Dear students, hello. Today we will be discussing our next topic, that is the printing paste ingredients and their purpose. So what is a printing paste? That is used to print a fabric. So for making a printing paste, we have to add various ingredients in the printing paste. So today we will be discussing different ingredients of the printing paste and their purpose. So different ingredients include, number one is the dye or pigment. Means this is an ingredient of the printing paste which provides color in the printing paste. Dye or pigment is a material which provides color. So according to the condition we use the dye. So different fabrics require different kinds of dyes. Detail of these dyes we will be discussing in separate topic. What are the various kinds of dyes we are using for the materials. Depending upon the fiber, we are using different kinds of dyes. So according to dye or pigment, we will be using the conditions. Dye is a material which can be dissolved in water or which can be dissolved without any chemical or with using some chemical. But pigment is a material which neither is soluble in water and nor can be made water soluble by using any of the chemicals. Basic purpose of dye or pigment is to provide color in the print. So next ingredient, important ingredient we'll be discussing is the thickener. So thickener is a very important ingredient of the printing paste. Means we start with a thickener powder, and from that thickener powder we are making a thickening paste which provides the base for the printing paste. So thickeners are the chemicals which provide viscosity to the dye solution. So as we know, for dyeing we are using the dye solutions, and for printing we are using the printing paste which has higher viscosity. What is the difference between dyeing and printing? Means in dyeing we use solutions and for printing we use pastes. So how paste is made? Using a thickener which will increase the viscosity of the solution. So thickening paste is the base in which we dissolve or add other ingredients, like we discussed dye. So we'll make a small amount of the we'll use the small amount of the dye and mix it with water, and then we will mix it in the thickening paste. तो थिकनिंग पेस्ट सबसे पहले बनाई जाती है और उसमें हम डिफरेंट इंग्रेडिएंट्स साथ में धीरे धीरे बाद में उसमें मिक्स करते हैं. So there are various kinds of thickeners which are used for the textile printing. Detail of these thickeners we will be discussing one by one. Various kinds of thickeners are used in the printing of the textiles. So this is one of the important ingredients of the printing paste which provides the base for the printing. One more thing is that how much quantity of thickening is required. Any printing paste normally has more than 50% of the ingredient as thickening paste normally. So it is a general assumption that more than 50% will be thickening paste in a printing paste. Okay, so thickener is the, you can say, first or the second ingredient, or second is the dye. Then after that we use various assisting agents or auxiliaries which help in making a printing paste. So out of these auxiliaries, one of the important auxiliaries we are using is the wetting agent. As we are seeing in the screen, what is a wetting agent? Wetting agent increases the solubility of the dye. The dye which we add in the printing paste is easily dissolved in tap water or any kind of water by using some wetting agent. So wetting agent also increases solubility of dye, as well as in the printing paste it will also increase absorbency of the fabric also. So wetting agent is a auxiliary chemical, assisting chemical, which is important for for using in the printing paste. In all kinds of dyes we are using the wetting agent. So most common wetting agent is your turkey red oil, TR oil. So what is the purpose of wetting agent? It increases the solubility and reduces the surface tension of water. Next ingredient is solvent. So what are the solvents? Basic purpose of the solvents means it makes the dye particles dispersed. Spread means dye particles will remain spread in the whole paste. Okay. One of the important points is that whichever dye we use, very fine powders are used. So there is a property of dye in which if we add some water, the dyes particles tend to coagulate, इकट्ठा होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. पार्टिकल्स में थोड़ा पानी डालते हैं तो बहुत सारे पार्टिकल्स इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं. उससे क्या होता है कि डाई पेस्ट में जो डाई है वो पूरी बराबर से यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं होती. तो सॉल्वेंट का यही काम है कि वो प्रिंटिंग पेस्ट में डाई का जो पाउडर है उसको पूरी पेस्ट में बराबर उसको स्प्रेड करके रखे, उसको फैला के रखे. यूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द डाई is done by the solvent in case of all the water soluble dyes, and particularly you can say like we use dispersing agent in the dispersed dyes. So it acts as a dispersing agent for all the dyes except dispersing agent, dispersed dyes. So solvents serve our purpose of spreading the dye in the printing paste uniformly. So it is a very important ingredient for the uniform printing of the fabrics. Next ingredient in the printing paste is the defoaming agents. Foaming माने जो झाग जो printing paste में बन जाती है, because we use wetting agents. So by using wetting agents we are having some foam. So what foam does? It makes the printing paste, you can say, not stable. When we print with a paste which is having foam, later on what will happen? The bubbles will break and there will be no print. So this foam has to be removed or killed. So defoaming agent is used to kill that foam in the printing paste. So it is a very important ingredient to get a uniform printing in the textiles. माने फैब्रिक्स के ऊपर जो प्रिंटिंग करते हैं उसमें प्रिंटिंग पेस्ट में झाग नहीं बनना चाहिए. तो झाग को ख़त्म करने के लिए हम डीफोमिंग एजेंट डालते हैं. ओके. सो ये भी एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट इंग्रेडिएंट है, प्रिंटिंग पेस्ट का एक पार्ट है. नेक्स्ट इज़ योर कैटलिस्ट एंड ऑक्सीजन कैरियर. सो व्हाट इज़ ए कैटलिस्ट? बाय जनरल डेफिनेशन हम जानते हैं कैटलिस्ट एक ऐसा केमिकल है जो कि प्रोसेस को फास्ट करता है. अब इस केस में कौन सा प्रोसेस हो रहा है? इस केस में हम प्रिंटिंग कर रहे हैं. तो प्रिंटिंग में क्या हो रहा है? डाई ट्रांसफ़र हो रही है फैब्रिक के ऊपर. डाई इज़ बीइंग ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम द पेस्ट टू द फैब्रिक इन द स्टीमिंग. द नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस आफ्टर प्रिंटिंग इज स्टीमिंग. तो स्टीमिंग में डाई जो है हमारी वो पेस्ट से निकलकर फाइबर के अंदर जाती है. तो ये जो प्रोसेस है इसको फास्ट करता है कैटलिस्ट. तो कोई भी केमिकल हम डाई डालते हैं पेस्ट में उसको जल्दी से फाइबर के अंदर पहुंचाना, दैट इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोसेस. तो ये पर्पज़ है इसका कैटलिस्ट का. तो ये डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द टाइप ऑफ डाई वी आर यूजिंग डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ कैटलिस्ट्स. Like just for one example, in aniline black we are using vanadiums as the catalyst. ठीक है. तो इसी तरीके से और डिफरेंट डाइज के लिए वी यूज़ डिफरेंट एजेंट्स फॉर दी मेकिंग यूनिफॉर्म प्रिंट्स. वी आर यूजिंग कैटलिस्ट. नेक्स्ट इज योर acid and alkali. Now it comes in the category of chemicals which we use in the printing paste. So every dye has a particular condition. हर एक डाई को अलग अलग कंडीशन चाहिए होती है. दो तरह की कंडीशन हम लेते हैं नॉर्मली. जैसे एसिडिक कंडीशन और एल्कलाइन कंडीशन। एसिडिक कंडीशन में हमें एसिड डालना पड़ता है और एल्कलाइन कंडीशन में हम एक स्ट्रॉन्ग या वीक एल्कली या मॉडरेट एल्कली उसमें ऐड करते हैं। एसिड्स जैसे कि हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड, सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड H2SO4, नाइट्रिक एसिड HNO3, और एल्कली में हम यूज़ करते हैं जैसे सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड NaOH, सोडियम कार्बोनेट Na2CO3, K2CO3, पोटाशियम कार्बोनेट. So these are the normal alkalis we are using in the printing paste. So depending upon the dye which we are using in the printing paste, we will add acid or alkali or acid liberating agent or an alkali liberating agent. So this is an important ingredient of the printing paste which is added in the printing paste depending upon the type of dye used. Next is your carrier or swelling agent. So carriers particularly or swelling agents are specially used in the printing of synthetic materials like printing of polyesters. So normally we know that polyesters are dyed or printed at high temperatures because that is a polymer material and dye cannot enter into the fiber, dispersed dye cannot enter into the fiber at room temperature. So we have to heat the fiber up to a higher temperature, up to the range of, you can say, more than 100. So at that temperature dyeing starts or means printing starts. So there is a particular temperature which is called a glass transition temperature. Glass transition temperature क्या होता है? GT जिसको बोलते हैं glass transition temperature, वो होता है जिस पे पॉलीमर के पोर्स, पॉलीमर्स के जो छिद्र हैं वो खुलने शुरू हो जाते हैं क्योंकि फाइबर स्वेल होना शुरू हो जाता है, एंड देन डाई, डिस्पर्स डाई starts entering into that fiber. So when we use carriers, normally we use temperatures of up to 125, 130 for dyeing or printing of polyester. But if we use carriers, this glass transition temperature comes down, means dye starts entering at low temperatures. So when TG comes down, so it starts taking the color, fiber starts taking the color at lower temperature, up from, it starts from 70. So we will be having faster printings and better printings. So there can be just one chance, but nowadays very improved quality of carriers are being used. In earlier cases there were chances of, you can say, dulling of the shades, but nowadays the things have been improved and we use carriers along with the printing pastes. By that we are also saving the energy. So printing paste, when we print on the fabric, we are getting them fixed at very in less time at low temperatures. So energy saving is there, time saving is there, and we are getting better prints. So carrier and swelling agents is one of the important ingredients. Okay. So next is, you can say, miscellaneous agents. So these were the various you can say ingredients which we were using particularly for making a printing paste. And then there are the miscellaneous agent. What is a miscellaneous agent? Means विविध प्रकार के केमिकल्स होते हैं जो कि एक खास प्रकार की डाई के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल वेट डाई में जब हम डिस्चार्जिंग प्रिंटिंग करते हैं तो उस केस में, रिडक्शन डिस्चार्ज के केस में हमारा प्रिंटिंग सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है. बट बाय एडिंग ए स्पेशल केमिकल ल्यूकोट्रोप W or ल्यूकोट्रोप O, we can make discharge printing on the wet dyes using the reduction discharge method, which is an easy method and normally it is followed in the industry. So miscellaneous agents are the special chemicals which we are using in the printing paste. So in today's discussion, we have discussed about the various ingredients of the printing paste and their purpose. So one by one we'll be revising that. Means one of the major ingredients is the थिकनर पाउडर, जिससे कि हम प्रिंटिंग थिकनिंग पेस्ट बनाते हैं, और फिर उस थिकनिंग पेस्ट में हम क्या डालते हैं, डाइज डालते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर रिक्वायरमेंट, अकॉर्डिंग टू द फाइबर. सो बहुत कम मात्रा में डाई को हम पानी में घोल लेते हैं और फिर थिकनिंग पेस्ट में उसको ऐड करते हैं. सो अलॉन्ग विद द डाई थिकनिंग along with dye, and then we add different chemicals like acids or alkalis, and then we add assisting agents, means auxiliaries like wetting agent. Wetting agent is also used to dissolve the dye, and solvents, this we are adding in the printing paste so that our dye is uniformly distributed. Defoaming agent जिससे कि उसमें झाग ना बने, और catalyst to increase the rate of printing. So all the carrier and swelling agents are particularly used for printing of polyester fabrics. So these were the different ingredients which we use for the making a printing paste. So today's discussion, we discussed about the various ingredients of the printing paste and their purpose. Thank you.